Hi, I'm Roberta, and today I am talking to a really interesting woman. Her name is Katie Hussey, and she is a lover of nature, a lover of positivity, and definitely a lover and strong advocate for essential oils, which is why I really wanted to have this conversation with her today because I think we can all only benefit from learning more about essential oils right now. So Katie, thank you so much for agreeing to do this today.
My pleasure. As soon as you said, "Hey, Katie, want to do this with me?" I was like, I didn't hesitate.
You
Wanted to
really
be here with
didn't.
you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Thank you. And I know that this is a topic that's so close to your heart. And you are such a strong advocate for the benefits of using essential oils in daily life. And I, of course, I'm sort of a client of yours. I do have a Young Living essential oils kit that I diffuse regularly. But let's bring this really back to basics. So let's start with what exactly essential oils are.
Yeah. So essential oils are basically volatile liquids that exist within a plant. So it comes from plants, trees, shrubs,
Mhm.
roots, seeds, and they are extracted from the plant through steam distillation. So just like essential oils are amazing to a plant and has healing properties, it also has the same effect on the human body. It has a profound effect on our minds,
Mhm.
our bodies, and of course our spirituality. So they've been around for centuries. They're not brand new to the world. They're actually mentioned back into the biblical times. So mentioned in the Bible at least 200 times. And specifically, the oils that are mentioned are frankincense,
Of
myrrh,
course.
spikenard, which is actually lavender, and many other oils. So, and Egyptians use them in skincare. So there's a big history of essential oils. And today, people are becoming more aware of their health and well-being, and essential oils can help with all of that. So for me personally, I was introduced to them 4 years ago. My cousin just simply called me up and said, "Hey, Katie, I got something that I know you're interested in." She knew me so well. I grew
Mhm.
up on Long Island in a little community called Lance Cove. So for me, I was surrounded by nature all the time. I didn't have the luxury of going to the mall, socializing that way. So I was always out in nature with my friends, playing in the woods, climbing trees. And for me, it was, I guess, a stepway into essential oils. I really didn't know how to use them, but I went ahead. I just felt really connected with what she was saying, and I got my oil kit, start using them, and slowly integrated them into my health and well-being. And I've been an advocate of them ever since. As I got into them, I really learned about how they can help me physically, mentally, and also spiritually. So I just start using them, and today I use them every single day. I'm diffusing right now. I apply them on top of me, so I'm obsessed now.
Right. And, that makes sense because, I can tell just even from being part of your group and in your Facebook feed, like you have such a passion for this. You light up when you talk about it. And I know that you have personally experienced significant benefits in your life from regular use of essential oils. So yes, I see the diffuser in the background, but
Yeah.
it's not required, right? Like it's not the only way you can use essential oils.
No, so there's three ways, most popular ways that you can use them. Diffusing with my diffuser is one way, but getting the scent of an oil just alone is okay. Like you don't necessarily need a diffuser to get benefit for them. So I'll just show you right quick. You can just simply take the oil. You don't have to have the diffuser and smell it.
Smell
Yes, yeah, and there are other ways too. You can place them on cotton balls, on tissue, and just breathe them in. Another way too, and I love this because it's like fashion. You can actually apply them to jewelry. So these are chakra beads.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, and you put them on the rock portion. So you get the scent from that, and you can wear that and carry that with you all day. I actually have a pair of earrings too that you can put
Oh, they're
the essential oil
beautiful.
on. Yeah. So you just put the oil on, and every time you move, you can smell it. And I wish you could smell it right now.
Yeah, I can smell you. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's one way of you know, our sense of smell is very important health wise, and you can also apply them topically. So you can use them as perfumes, and one way that I apply them personally myself is just by putting them on my wrist. So I have frankincense here right now, and I'll just show you if you don't
Mhm.
mind.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. So just drop it onto the wrist. Go like
Like
that.
perfume.
You can do it in the palm of your hand as well. One, you know, is always safety with anything that you're using and new to it. So when you put it in your hands and you actually smell it, it smells so good. You have to be very careful not to touch your eyes or your ears or your nose because that's very sensitive parts of your body. And yeah, you always have to be safe with them. So that's another way you can apply them to the back of your neck as well, right here. You can apply them on your belly and also the bottom of your feet.
Interesting. So I guess it's this sort of premise. It's like aromatherapy, so that when you smell, it produces an effect, right? So like it would
So
calm you or what?
yeah, so it's actually connected to our limbic system, which is the central system for our emotions. It controls so many things in our bodies like blood pressure, our breathing, and oils take that to your limbic system and take it to where you need it. So, for example, if you're really, really stressed out, you have a really bad day at work and you're just like, you're done. Most people will come home and just like
Yeah,
flake it on the couch, probably eat some junk food, just like, you
right.
know, kind of escape from what you went through during the day. If you put your essential oils in a diffuser or just simply smell them from the bottle, it can really change your outlook. It changes your emotions. So it can be very, very relaxing and helpful for anybody who's dealing with any type of stress.
Okay, so yeah, we're kind of dealing with a little stress right now. I guess, globally, we're all under some intense stress right now. So what kind of essential oil would you recommend? Say, for example, if I was going out to buy essential oil and I was looking for something specifically for calmness, something peaceful, just something to elicit that kind of relaxation energy.
I would say there are 50 or more oils that you could choose from.
No way.
Yeah, you have single oils and you also have blended oils. So depending on where you're getting them to, but I'll stick to the basic oils. Lavender. You're either a lover of lavender or not so lover.
Yeah.
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 So lavender is awesome. I'll just show that there.
So you're a lover of lavender then?
I am, yes. That was one of my first oils. When I got my kid, I was automatically drawn to that one. So for me, I would diffuse it. I apply it topically. I really, really like cedarwood as well. Cedarwood, that one's so awesome. And two of these together are like heaven.
Really? You mix them?
Yeah, I mix these up. So I'll do like 4 drops of lavender in my diffuser and 2 drops of cedarwood. And I'll diffuse that either if I had a stressful day or just before going to bed because it helps get you in that state of relaxation before sleep. So 2 of those are definitely my favorites. Another couple of oils, and these are like, they have different, like for example, lavender helps with relaxation and calmness, but it's also great for cuts and bruises. And it's certified with Health Canada for that. Yeah, so it has different uses. It's not just, I use this one for relaxation, I use that one for many things.
Now that's interesting because I always heard tea tree oil was good for cuts and stuff like that, or moisturizer, am I right? Like it's good for the skin?
Yeah. It's good for skin too, and same with lavender too. If you mix it up with some coconut oil, you can use it as a moisturizer. It's really cool. Yeah, very
Okay,
versatile.
that brings me actually really nicely to something else I wanted to talk about, which is I know you've done some DIY videos using essential oils, and you create like cleaners for your home using essential oils. Can you explain that?
Yeah. They have so many different uses. So for me in particular, when I got the oils, I kind of was attracted to the DIY. Like not a lot of people are attracted to that. But I like being creative. When I'm bored, I like to get my hands into something and try new things. So I started using essential oils in my cleaning. I would do up little sprays. So just with some distilled water, lemon is a great example, and
Mm.
purification. And you can use those for cleaning windows. You can use it for cleaning your toilets. It's absolutely awesome and in so many different uses, even for like your laundry as well. So you can, like a lot of people are using those dryer balls now as opposed to
Right.
using down sheets and stuff like that. So what you do is you take your dryer ball and you put the essential oil on it, and you put it in your dryer, and it smells like lavender is amazing in the dryer.
Wow, I didn't know that. Wow,
Yeah.
that's really interesting.
Yeah, and a lot of people are becoming aware of all the chemicals that are in traditional household cleaners. A lot of people don't realize too, like there's pollution outside. So when you're breathing in the air outside, you're breathing in some sort of pollution. But our homes, if we're using chemicals all the time, spraying
Yeah.
that around, your home can get polluted. So your environment
Yeah.
needs to be healthy. One thing with diffusing essential oils, they actually purify the air, they clean the air, and they provide a space in your house for relaxation. So getting rid of all those toxic chemicals that are in the air.
Wow, I wasn't aware of a lot of that. I will tell you, last winter I was doing a lot of yoga, a lot of hot yoga,
Okay.
and the lady who taught the, the classes would always provide essential oils that we would put on our wrists, and it just added an extra layer, I guess, to the practice. I really miss hot yoga actually, so I was wondering if this was something you utilized with yoga, and what about it makes it so, enhances it so much, together.
Well, for me personally, I only started doing yoga about a week before all this started.
Really? Oh my
Yeah,
God, that's
so yeah,
timely.
yeah. But I knew because I follow a lot of yogis, and I know that they use essential oils during the practice. So for me in particular, I'll use frankincense, and that's the one I put on my wrists just recently.
Ah,
Frankincense is a very spiritual oil. So when you're doing yoga, you're focusing on your breath, you're being aware of your movement, and essential oils. When you're breathing in that essential oil. So that's adding an extra layer of grounding and
right.
relaxation in your routine.
Yeah, I especially needed it on Saturday mornings for those early morning classes, right? Um, Kate, I want to move to a little bit of a different topic, but something else I find really interesting about you, and that is that you are the president of the Positive Thinkers Club here in St.
Yes,
John.
indeed. I
Uh,
am. I am.
so that's pretty cool. So, can you tell us a little bit about that club?
Yeah, sure. So, positive thinkers. Who would have thought that there was a positive thinkers club here in St. John's?
Right.
They have been on the go for 31 years. So that is
Um,
absolutely amazing. I only came across them about 7 years ago. The club, they get together the last Saturday of every month at the Bella Vista currently. And it's a place for our community to gather. We have a guest speaker every month. And the guest speaker is usually talking about something that we can incorporate in their lives that would enhance positivity, or something that they have overcome in their lives. So somebody who might have had a struggle and what they did to get to weirder too.
Mm-hmm.
So we gather every month and listen to those speakers, and we do affirmations at our meetings as well. So when I was first introduced, I was kind of I was on a path of self-growth for sure and professional development. And I was always nervous about going out in public by myself. So when I found the group, I knew right away, because I was always attracted to positivity, I knew right away I had to go. So I went myself. I think Jeremy Bennett was the guest speaker that day.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
and I never knew about the concept of positive affirmations either. So when I sat down, I was like, wow, this is a pretty awesome group. Like I went in, everybody welcomed me. They were so great. And from there, I think I missed 3 meetings since in 7
In
years.
7 years, wow.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I got involved with the board. I was secretary for a couple of years. I was booking guest speakers for a couple of years, and now I'm the president. So I never ever thought I would be able to say that I was a president of a club, but here I am today, and I love
That's
it.
amazing. That's amazing. So, positive thinking. Okay. So, a lot of people are just, or seem to be certainly, like just almost naturally positive. I have a lot of envy for these people that are very upbeat, always optimistic, seems like they just naturally see the bright side. And I feel like, is that a personality thing, or is positive thinking or that kind of attitude something that can be learned? Is it behavioral?
Well, I'm proof. So before I got involved with the club, like I'm always a positive person on the outside. Like associating with people, people will say that I'm a positive person just from
Right.
the outside. So for me, it wasn't matching what was going on the inside. I was very hard on myself, so very negative towards myself and judging myself, and it was pretty bad. So when I got into especially the concept of positive affirmations, it was very awkward and weird for me because I never knew it. And I thought to myself, I probably will never be at that level inside my brain. But yeah, proof now, I know for sure that they work. They're not, affirmations are not something that you can just say once and expect your life to change. It's something that you have to focus on daily and really set your intentions and belief around it. So when I learned this from the club, I was introduced to Louise Hay. And Louise Hay is a very, very, she's worldwide known
Yes,
and a
absolutely.
beautiful, beautiful person. And the concept of changing your mindset and changing how you think about yourself and about the world. And it's changed my life for sure.
It's very powerful, isn't it? And of course, I have a selection of Louise Hay's books in my
Oh,
library. I love her. And you're right, she was the queen of affirmations and did so much amazing work in the world. And yeah, definitely kind of introduced me to the fact that what we think, what we believe, that's what we're putting out there. And I find too, exactly what you said about, we judge ourselves so harshly. And affirmations, I think, is the repetition of a phrase that
mhm.
kind of turns around your thoughts. It changes it. So instead of thinking, oh God, life sucks, this sucks, and hate my life or whatever, it's a practice, I guess, of changing those thoughts into everything's always working out for me. The universe has
Mhm.
my back, like whatever you believe. And I think that's super important with respect to affirmations as well. It's like you can't repeat a sentence over and over again that you don't actually believe. So you have
Exactly.
to make it real for you, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
what would be a real positive affirmation that we could kind of just put out there to the universe now for
Go to
anyone
the
who's
universe right
watching?
now.
Yeah.
So the world right now is struggling with health and wellness, and mental health is a big thing too. So right now, I would focus my affirmations on health and healing. And
Mhm.
with the Positive Thinkers Club, just recently, actually, we done an online event, and that was the affirmations that I focused on for our group. because right now we're in a worry stage. I'm worried about going out to the grocery store and actually contracting the virus. Worried about being sick. And when we get into the worry mind, if we're always repeating, I'm sick, oh, I feel sick, or, you know, when you get that little tickle in your throat and you're like, oh, am I sick?
Yeah.
It's almost like you're confirming it.
Yeah, you're talking yourself into it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I would focus on, I am healthy, I am strong, I am safe.
Safe as a
Everything is working out for my highest good, right?
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
giving my body everything that it needs on every level.
I stuck on the I am safe one. And
Mm.
I think with everything that's going on in the world, I do feel as though we are losing some of our security in life itself. You know, this has forever changed us. And I think, yeah, it's just trying to find real solid footing in something like a global epidemic. Like that's,
Yeah,
it's intense. So yeah, I am safe.
I am
God, that
safe.
one
Just
really
repeat it. And you got to feel it too. So when we do affirmations at the Positive Thinkers Club, we always focus on the feeling part of it. So, you know, like I said, just saying the affirmation kind of, you know, not giving that the belief that you really need to feel it. We do power poses and everything, which is
Ah,
pretty cool. Do you know power poses?
I feel like I've heard it, but I think you
Yeah,
should tell me more.
sure. So power poses can be anywhere from fist pump, right? That's powerful. Raising your hands in the air and just like affirming it. Wonder Woman is another one. So that one's a good one for Wonder Woman or Superman. Just putting your arms on your hips and just affirming, being straight, like just
Strong.
putting it out there and strong. And also just putting it on your heart. So
Oh,
that's a power pose too. So when you do that, you say your affirmations, I am healthy, I am strong. You really got to give it all and repeat them and say them daily. Otherwise, they won't work.
I love that. I love that, putting the feeling behind it, putting the emotion behind it. Yeah, I read a lot of Mike Dooley. I watch his videos on YouTube, and he talks about how our thoughts become things. And he talks about going to the end, right? Like just go to the end, visualize you have this thing that you want, and don't worry about how. Don't worry if it just seems too incredible, impossible that you can't get there, because that we get stuck in that energy, but just go to the end. But what's key to that is that he says you have to feel it. Like you have to, it's not just, oh, you have the new job you want, or true love has found you, or whatever. It's not just seeing it, it's actually how is that going to make you feel, and really create the feeling, create that energy inside you. And that's what sort of attracts all this amazing, wonderful things and wishes your way, right?
For sure. It's like manifestation. Behind me, can't see
Mm-hmm.
this thing
Yeah.
here. That's a dream board. So
Nice.
yeah, I totally know about if you want to be in a particular state. So I have many things on there that I have manifested, and by using affirmations within the process. But trust in knowing that what you want in life, if that's something that you want, it'll happen.
Oh, I love that, right? So it's about belief. It's about, I think, doing things to help yourself, right? So right now, I am diffusing essential oils much more regularly. I'm listening to a lot of guided meditations. I really like this idea of a dream board, because I am a fan of manifesting things that you want.
Sure.
So yeah, and I think too we need to go back to something that we said earlier, because I like to hammer this point home as much as possible. We really need to be nicer to ourselves.
100%. 100%. If you're nice to other people and not nice to yourself, it's not fair. I
It's
got
not fair. I love
It's
that.
not fair. I got a quote. I'll get that up here for you, just because it's
Okay.
in relation to this. Um, So be nice to yourself. It's hard to be happy when someone else is mean to you all of the time.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's pretty powerful, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so Katie, if someone wants to find out more about essential oils, the Positive Thinkers Club, how can they get in touch with you or track you down?
Right. Well, I'm on Instagram just by searching Katie Hussey. I'm also on Facebook. If you search Katie Hussey YL, I'm on there. I have my business page. I also have a website, www.myyl.com/Katie Hussey. And for the Positive Thinkers Club, we're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook if you search for Positive Thinkers NL. And we also have a website, which is www.positivethinkers.ca.
Awesome. Well, Katie, thank you so much for coming on and having this conversation. I really
I was
appreciate it.
happy to be here with you today, Roberta. I appreciate it.
Thanks.